Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back, and if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. This is a comic book collecting channel, and I am a comic book collector. I took about 30 years off, and I find myself back in the hobby and loving it. I collect Bronze Age, Copper Age, modern books. I love Silver Age. I love digging through back issue bins, and I especially love digging through dollar bins. If that sounds up your alley, then why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? I'd love to develop a crew of people here who just really love comics for what they are. Sure, every once in a while maybe we'll speculate on something. Maybe we'll hear the latest buzz on something, and I'll let you know because I've picked it up too. But really, I'm interested in the stories, the artwork, the characters, and all of that great stuff. This is our Sunday video, which means it's our pull list from last week. If you have a pull list at a LCS, you've probably already read most of your comics. I'm a little bit behind. I usually go on Thursdays and pick mine up, and just bring them to you here every Sunday. So if you're interested, why don't you look over here, and I'll show you what I got. Alright, like I said, this is the pull list from last week, and as per usual, we start in alphabetical order. And that takes us to one of my favorites on the independent side of things. From Boom Studios, we've got Animal Pound number 4. This is a Yuko Shimizu variant. Of course, I have yet to read this particular book, but I am loving this adaptation of George Orwell's Animal Farm. This has been a great book. I highly recommend this. And I am also collecting all the Yuko Shimizu variants. I love the work, and I love the story. This is a fun comic. Highly recommend. Oh, yeah, and then right away, we head over into the back issue bins with a little Batman. I am collecting Batman 270 to 330. That is my goal. I have about a quarter of that. This is issue number 275 from May of 1976. That's an Ernie Chan cover. And for whatever reason, Batman is taking on some bikers in a soccer game that apparently he's going to lose. Love these covers. Once I get all those issues, all 60 issues, I will read that particular run. Very interested in it. Oh, yes, and then here we go. Back to Marvel on the pull list. This is Black Widow and Hawkeye. Issue number 4. This is Scotty Young's Big Marvels variant. Of course, here we've got Black Widow. This book started out pretty good. I really enjoyed the first issue. It's still good, but it's just not hitting me the way I wish it had. And I believe this is the last issue. I don't think it's 5. I think it's 4. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to give this right now, as we're talking, I'm going to give this a B, which I think is acceptable. I think it's readable. Just expected more from two iconic characters in their own little mini-series. But you got to love those Scotty Young covers. Oh, and then back to the back issue bins. Here's another title I am collecting merely for the covers right now. This is Captain America and Falcon, number 215, from August of 1977. That's a Gil Kane and Joe Signett cover. Awesome stuff there. I love that. Who is Steve Rogers? Roy Thomas is the writer here, and I'm collecting milestone issues, and I felt that 215 could be a milestone issue if I take into account how absolutely beautiful that cover is. I'm going to bend the rules on my Captain America, but really, milestone issues, great covers of probably from issue 100 to 400. I will one day get 100, fingers crossed. Love that, though. Back to the pull list. Here's a series I'm collecting just for the covers as well. This is Daredevil. This is issue number 10, another Scotty Young cover. Really love that. There's this weird little pink stain right there. I'm not sure what that is, but wish it wasn't there. Be nice to have a nice, clean white copy, but I'm going to collect the first 12 issues of this. People are really, lately I've been seeing a lot of praise for this book, so maybe I will pick it up and read it. I'm focusing right now more on collecting the Frank Miller Daredevil and that sort of late 70s, early 80s Daredevil stuff. But, we'll see. I'll have 12 issues to read at some point. Oh, yes. Here's my last issue of this particular title. This is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 307. Andy Kubert with the cover. This has been a good series, just not good enough. I was a big G.I. Joe collector as a kid, and I really love the book. I love the cartoon. I love the action figures, and this is continuing Larry Hama's run with actually Larry Hama writing it. I just didn't collect that far into the run, so I'm kind of left behind a little bit, and with the stuff happening in the Energon universe, I just don't think it's worth it. And I just saw recently, like coming up, G.I. Joe is going to be in the Energon universe, so probably a good time to get off of this particular title. I really love that cover, though. Baroness and Destro, fantastic. Well, speaking of final issues, this is my final issue of Green Arrow. Oh, no, I have one more coming. Number 14 yet, but I wanted to do 12. There was some great covers after 12, 14 being the one I really, really wanted, so I had to get 13. I didn't want to have a missing link in that run. So here's Green Arrow number 13. This is the Terso Cons cardstock variant. It's a good cover. I like it. Certainly been through a lot, the whole family. I've enjoyed the series. It really got me familiar with Green Arrow and Black Canary and everybody else involved. But I just want to keep exploring. As somebody who was never really a DC fan, I'm going to just keep going through the roster and see what other comics and other heroes and villains I like from DC. But really love Green Arrow. This has been a fun series. This series is essential. If you were born in the 70s or grew up to some degree in the 1980s, this is for you. This is Grommets, issue number 2. This is the Brett Parson cover. Rick Remender writing here. This is the 1980s. This is California. This is skateboarding culture. This is heavy metal culture. The first issue was fantastic. The artwork is just stunning. This has been a great book. Highly recommend. Maybe you'll find it still on the shelves somewhere, but wait for the trade if you have to, because this is a lot of fun. Really great series. Here's a series that isn't that great, according to most people. I've kind of enjoyed it, but I get what everybody's saying. This is the final issue of Jackpot and Black Cat. This is issue number 4. Beautiful cover, though. Absolutely gorgeous cover by Phil Noto, and the book's been pretty lackluster. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, highly anticipated book here. Look at this beautiful Virgin variant cover. This is No One, issue number 9. This is a Nicoletta Balderi variant. This is an absolutely amazing series. I think a lot of people slept on it. I think it flew under the radar. It came out maybe the middle of 2023. You know, issues have been few and far between. I think it's got a lot to do with that. It's a really intense book. It's also got a podcast that goes along with the storyline. This is a very, very complex murder, serial killer mystery thing, and it's just fantastic. And some of these covers have just been amazing in this run. There is one more book after this, and the story will be over. Because I love this book so much, I had to get a variant. This is the podcast, The Drop, with Julia Page. But yes, this is issue number 9 again. This is a Mark Englert variant cover. Really, look it up. Look for this. This is just a fun book. Great stuff. Love it. And who is the killer, I wonder? Beautiful cover coming up right here from an amazing title. This is Something is Killing the Children. Issue number 38 by the amazing Jenny Frison, the variant here. I love it. A nice Virgin variant. Absolutely stellar. Love the look. Love Jenny Frison's work. Love the chainsaw. Love the blood on the chainsaw. What can I say? This is going to be an iconic series when it's all said and done. If it's ever said and done. Here's a collection. Not a collection. Here's a title that I'm not reading. Just buying the covers for. Really love this as well. This is The Spectacular Spider-Men. Issue number 4 by Francesco Mobili. And yeah, I mean, come on, just take a look at it, right? It's fantastic. Love that. Here's a book I'm reading from a character I have recently gotten into. This is Spider-Gwen, The Ghost Spider, issue number 2. This is the Megan Hetrick variant. First issue was pretty good. I didn't mind it. We'll see what happens here. I'm going to collect this series. I think it's a mini series. I'm going to collect it because I think a lot of the covers are going to be fantastic, and I just love Spider-Gwen's look. And this one in particular is really, really great. I love it. Love the classic black headband. So cool. Oh yeah, then we got a twofer. It's a great cover and a great book, all in one. This is Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, issue number 3, a Julian Totino Tedesco variant. If you're interested at all in the Universal monsters of Days Gone By, you'll love this. This is modern horror from classic creatures. It's fantastic. I really like it. I think Dracula was a little bit better. This is fun. This is good. This is creepy. And coming up after this one is Frankenstein. Really, fingers crossed, an Invisible Man and Bride of Frankenstein would be great as well. But this is a lot of fun. Well, now here's a weird book on the indie side of things from Massive. This is Washed in the Blood, issue number 3, Rob Cannon Connecting variant. I think at the time that I pulled this, I wasn't aware, or at least I didn't pay attention to the fact that this was a connecting variant, so I don't have the other side. Maybe I'll find it one day online or something, but this series is ridiculous. It's funny, it's twisted, it's perverse, it's all kinds of things, and that's the beauty of independent comics. This is a lot of fun. I like it. Great cover. Love the artwork. A lot of great covers for it, so I had to get another variant on this one. This is Washed in the Blood, number 3, a Tony Kent variant. This is obviously some kind of poster for a movie, a 70s kind of movie. It maybe even is, verbatim from a different movie. I'm not too sure, but I really like it. The font does remind me of something. Buck Rogers, maybe? Here's a fun book. This is from Dark Horse. This is William of Newbury. This is issue number 2. Michael Avon Oeming cover, as well as doing the writing. It's a monk raccoon and trying to save various parishes and churches from spirits and other people as well from spirits. Yeah, kind of a fun little adventure book. And I love the artwork, and I love a good raccoon. And then, lastly, we've got X-Men number 97, issue number 4. Once again, the great Scotty Young covers here, big Marvels with Storm on it. Really great. Love all the details, as opposed to just kind of a white background or a black background, whatever it is. I love the smoke and the lightning. I mean, you got to have that when you're dealing with Storm, right? But great cover, and that's all I'm buying these for. I haven't even watched X-Men 97. I don't know. I'll get there yet. Well, folks, that's all of it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And how about we get back to the real world, shall we? Well, that was a great collection of comics. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? I said earlier I really want to develop a community of people who are really into comics, who are into the medium, the artwork, the stories, the characters, all of that, and that's true. So like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to have you here. We do this every Sunday, I'm sure. Eventually we'll start to build more videos if people keep coming, which hopefully they will. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next Sunday, and until then, remember, comics are good.